button. I clicked the button. It's
Alright.
You have to record. Yeah.
So, Jeffrey Song, third down in Subakdu, 23 years old, still living at home. You've recently decided to start training at Matsubashiru Dojo, Reese Cummings.
Oh, yep.
And so I just got a couple of questions for you.
Sure.
So, question number 1. Why did you start martial arts in the first place?
Why did I start? Well, I was in year 7 when I started, and my parents were taking our dog for a walk, and then saw a bunch of weirdos on the oval doing karate stuff, and parents were like, "Hey, you should have a go." So that's why I started. And I think mainly for self-confidence, being like undersized, you gotta be really utilizing your full body. Like for me, I was playing a lot of basketball. Being undersized, you are really at a huge disadvantage when you play. So by doing that kind of stuff, your body control, your breath, your timing, you're able to really maximize the body movement. And so when you have really good body control, skill, timing, using your mind, you can play better. So I think that helped me play Division 2 and Division 1, considering my size was really undersized for, the Aussie competition here. Yeah.
Alright, question number 2. How would you say your initial perception of martial arts are different from then to now?
Initial perception would be like whatever you see on TV, like the cartoons, anime, the movies. Everyone loves the action movies with the Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan. What else? Power Rangers, Naruto.
Power Rangers was my thing.
One Piece. Just it's just cool stuff. And as a kid, you always picture yourself as the hero, sort of thing, and you want to be like that. You want to be badass. You want to kick. But then, my perception then. Now, it's more for personal development, enjoyment, helping others, sort of thing. It's good fitness, social. It's something to look forward to as well. Like when I'm bored, I can just do some training. I'm always good at training the next day. I've got people to look forward to catching up with. Got the new stuff to learn always. Got things to share. It's exciting, It's always new. There's always something you can improve on. Like the katas, the forms. It's like stuff I've learnt 10 years ago, right, that I'm still trying to get better and improve on. And still practicing it, each time I find something different, and I think that's pretty cool. Meeting new people as well. Just
for context, Jeffrey and I met in December,
like
maybe 1 month ago.
Over a month ago.
Yeah, something like that. So, yeah. All right. Question number 3. As a teenager, was it hard to juggle study, training, and a social life? And if it wasn't hard, how did you manage to do that? And can I have that secret?
Juggling, that's fair. Yeah, because it is a big commitment to training. 3 times.
It's not like a soccer thing where you
No.
train once a week and then play a game on the weekend. It's
See, I was doing karate training Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday basketball, and then weekends basketball as well, and then coaching on the Monday night, and then coaching on the weekend as well, plus with uni and work as well, or school. Yeah. I probably credit it to. I always like to credit my mom, just because she always has me ready, so she will have all the my food ready to go. I always eat before training. I'm always prepared. They've always taken me, because you need to get to places, right? So I've always had that privilege of someone taking me to and from places when I couldn't drive, and then obviously parents teaching me how to drive, having a car, and then getting around. It's also I don't know. I think I enjoy it. When you enjoy something, it's just sort of easy.
Because from my perception, you're the type of person who likes to be busy. You don't like to just lounge around and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can't sit and not do anything. Not being productive is painful for me. I don't know, maybe just how I'm wired or whatever. It's just I always have to be doing something. Even if I'm watching a movie or a TV show, I'm using my rowing machine or riding my bike or doing something or editing a video now.
Jesus. That's not me whatsoever.
So yeah, but I just think I'm just maybe wired differently. Yeah, like also like I want to utilize every day. So each day, each moment, I feel you have to be doing something, and you have to be doing it with intent. So with like a form, you have that, or whatever karate move, you have that intent, and then you go through it with it, fully commitment. Like when I first broke that, like that's my whole, everything's in there, nothing left on the table, and 100% knew I could do it. There's absolutely no hesitation, and then I did it, right?
I 100% thought I could do the next step up bricks. Did I succeed, guys?
Next question.
Alright, so work-life balance, just, as my instructor says, because he's a good role, my sensei, my Sabum, he good, awesome role model for me, because I've been training 12 years now. He's like, more than half my life, he's been there for me, sort of thing. So he's an engineer, like pretty impressive one. I don't know exactly, but Australian naval ships, it's pretty cool. 7 kids. I'm just gonna put it out there. 7 kids. And he's able to manage karate school, and he commits 3 nights a week, every week for 20 years. This is his 20-year anniversary for our school. 7 kids as well. And he says no matter how busy you get, think of the busiest person you know, and they can always fit in an extra thing if they wanted to. They can always fit in an extra thing. And so you don't have to, it's all accumulation of habits. So you do one thing and just keep doing it. You can always fit something in.
That is very true.
Alright, so Jeffrey, you started Kobudo at the Cones Karate Dojo 2 months ago, correct?
Mm.
And then you started enrolling in the karate class about a month ago, correct?
Like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, so half a month. What was the initial factor that got you thinking about doing something else?
The initial,
like the catalyst.
There was a few things. So doing the Kobudo, I really enjoyed Kobudo, and then watching you guys do the karate beforehand. Me sitting down, again, I like to be doing and involved. So if I'm going to be sitting down watching, I might as well be in there, joining everyone else and learning. It's a good environment. People are awesome. This guy's is alright. I don't train with him, but he's alright.
Yeah.
So he's part factor.
I'm a bit out of his league.
Cobra Kai. So I do Tang Sudo, which is Cobra Kai is based off Tang Sudo. So Cobra Kai, Miyagi-Do. I was like, I'll give the Miyagi-Do a go. It's nice because I'm very laid back, natural sort of way, and the Okinawan style was very natural.
Yeah.
Sort of way, and that really appeals to me. Because
you compare Okinawa to Japan, and there's a very more relaxed kind of feeling.
Yeah.
You can kind of argue that like Okinawa is like the Hawaii of Japan. Very relaxed.
And you've known me from, I'm pretty relaxed, yeah.
Yeah, and exactly, and that's why you fit in so well.
That's why I really I really enjoy it. And it's like using the same movements but in a different way. So it's making me understand what I've been doing in a sort of different dimension, sort of like from a different perspective.
So, because in your style, you breathe when you move. That's how you move. You breathe in and then you exhale. In our style, we use our hips to generate that power.
We do use our hips, but as I said, it's up and down, not left and right.
Yes.
Snaps.
So, what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Shall we show it later? We'll show it later.
Okay. Oh crap! I just deleted all my questions.
Can you redo it?
I don't know how to redo it.
Did you? What?
I don't. I really don't know how that's happened. I'll go back. Okay, thank God. We'll edit that part out. Alright,
no bloopers here.
In your opinion, what is one pro and con from Tsubaktu and Shonru Matsubashu?
Just back to the other question.
Yes.
Another reason why I signed up there is that I want to train with more people my age as well.
So there's like maybe 2 people in the dojo.
Like when you, so nothing against my dojo. It's just for me, I feel to be a better instructor, a better martial artist, you got to train with different people. And so a nice place close to home, good environment, allows me to improve further. So I can, when I'm teaching someone new, I want to be the best I can be, so that they can enjoy it as well, to the best, you know. Yeah.
So just to repeat the question I gave you, what is one pro and con from Subaktu and Soromru?
Pro and con in terms
From each, just
in terms
like
of what?
just anything you can think of.
Pros of
In terms of style, though, not dojos.
in terms of style.
In terms of style.
In terms of style, Subakdo. The pros.
Just
The
one.
pros is
Just one.
it's very, so it's influenced by like military, US military, Australian military, like the bases. So it's spread from military, and I like the traditional hierarchy of that pecking order, the seniority, and that respect and the chain of command. So it gives you a bit of structure and order. There's pros to that. There's also cons for that as well. Cons is that you can really step on someone's opinion that doesn't have that seniority, who doesn't have a place to have a voice, especially if you want to like foster individualism and see what other people are thinking. You have to have that friendly dialogue where they feel comfortable to share, and so the biggest con is like, say if I'm not a certain rank, I don't really get a voice, whereas I have a voice, I have an opinion, I've been training, so I should have a voice.
Open-minded.
Yeah.
And I know you've only started 2 weeks ago for our style,
Yeah.
but from your initial observation, what is one pro and what is one con?
Pro for, okay, let me think.
And just in terms of style. So what you've learned so far, what you've experienced, what you've seen so far, what we've talked about.
I like the delivery method, so it's quite traditional as well. So the warm-ups, it's all traditional, a lot of, you know, the Chinese influence of the maintaining your health. It's application focused, which is the pro. Seeing what the techniques actually do, and then trying to make it work, and then making people feel it, because you do learn when you feel things. So the pro is like you actually feel a lot, and then that way you learn.
And now for your con, I should probably preface this by saying I won't take any offense to this. This is purely your opinion.
Con, see, I gotta tread lightly here.
Even though I said I would take offense to
No, I
that.
still gotta tread lightly. Con.
I think that one con we both share is,
Yeah.
we've talked about this, about the lack of nature in the dojo.
There's not a big detriment con though.
Yeah, okay.
So con. The con would be, there's so many people.
Yeah, that's not really a style con, but okay, I'll take it.
I would say, yeah, because I do like getting to know everyone. Like dojang, it's very personal, so you really do know everything about everyone, like really personally. I just think when and it's harder to teach people when there's so many. Like it's good that you've like limited it now, but like when there's so many people, it's hard to cater for everyone. But it is nice though. And then the con, just in my opinion, like our ways of doing the forms is
Very
it's
slow, step by
different.
step.
It's different, but it's yeah.
Alright, these next two are about the schools, and then
Okay.
we'll change. What would you like to take from Subakdu and integrate into into my dojo, and vice versa? So this is now talking about dojos, like style, teaching,
Yeah.
with philosophy, stuff like that.
Taking more applications, because our style.
So that's from our style to your style. Okay.
But because like back in the early days of 80s, 90s, very application focused, very rough, very tournaments focused, and what happened was people broke down, so their knees were fucked, the bodies just break down. If you're fighting each other full contact all the time, you break down, right? And so the reaction to that was, hey, let's not do that anymore. Let's focus on doing forms. We'll focus on strengthening our body, focusing on stretching, focusing on the form and the art and the visual and the power through that, rather than breaking down the moves and then seeing the application. So the pros more application. And then likewise, similar to you guys, I reckon a bit more focus on the form, the techniques.
So that's taken from your style.
Yeah.
So more focus on techniques. Okay.
More focus on the techniques because it's very fast, and when you're going really fast, you hide any mistakes you do. And then when you hide any mistakes, it comes out later.
And it just stays with you as well.
It stays with you. It's a habit for you because you go fast, it hides it. You know, no one can see it. You don't really see it. It feels alright. But if you do it really slow, you can't really hide any of the techniques.
Well, you've pretty much answered the next question, so we'll skip this one. Okay. What's the most important thing you need what's the most important thing you need or want when training?
What's the most important thing I need
or want when you're training? So when you're training, what is something that you desperately want or need to like improve yourself or to get better? What's like the key to success, basically?
The key to success is actually just turning up. So no matter how fucked up you feel or how many reasons you tell yourself, maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, the hardest bit, as long as you turn up, you're doing the right thing because you're going to get something out of it.
So it's basically, you can just boil that down to dedication.
Yeah, dedication. So my thing would be to just rock up.
Rock up.
Examples like we got home at 6 a.m. the other day, on Saturday, and then I slept 3 hours. Mum woke me up, picked up my car, and then went to training at 10. And I was feeling alright. It was alright, not too bad.
Right.
So yeah, you gotta be dedicated. Yeah, it's tough. It's hard.
Take it from Michael Jordan.
Take it from Michael Jordan. Take it from Kobe. Take it from LeBron.
Allen Iverson.
These next two questions are about, both past and future. So we'll start with the future.
Yeah.
Where can you see yourself Where can you see yourself in this journey? Dabbling in other styles, running your own dojo, staying within your community. What do you see in your future? What all do you aspire to? Where do you see the end of the path? Or not the end, sorry. The next
okay.
The next part.
So I have like a vision for myself, but then realistically I don't even know what I'm doing next week. Because I'm sort of going into a mode where I'm focusing day by day and then focusing on in the moment, focusing on what I'm doing, focusing on the people I'm with in the moment, not focusing on what I did yesterday or tomorrow. In terms of a vision, like my awesome goal would be at the coast somewhere, my own dojo, modern dojo, so there's gym equipment, there's boxing rings, there's every sort of martial art equipment, mats, whatever. And it would be with a bunch of, people, friends and other people who are passionate about any martial art or gyms and like fitness. So there'd be fitness, you go in fitness and then boom, you do maybe a Tai Chi class and then you get on the mats and do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So that's my dream dojo.
So very like inclusive space.
Yeah.
And
it's just for whatever you enjoy.
And you're not even, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not even gonna put pressure on them to study Subakdu. I mean, you might offer a class or something like that.
So there'll be a class offered in whatever style, different instructors. Maybe you're passionate about boxing or whatever. You come in, people sign up for your boxing class, but everyone can do whatever they really enjoy because everyone likes something different.
And really, you can't really put a pin on it, like what you want to do in the future, because maybe tomorrow your opinions will change. Maybe in a week's time.
I was even thinking about like setting up a non-profit for like young people with mental health and just like a charitable thing where
you just teach them.
Teach them basic kicks and punches. And
that'd be really cool.
That would be really.
And get young people.
Yeah, I'll do that with you.
Yeah,
we can.
I'll do it with you as well.
Yeah, legit. We just have some boxing mitts and pads and
get them. To get them. In.
A non-profit we get donations, and then that sponsors us to go and.
Yeah,
that's been on my mind, like a possibility.
Like just teach them like about stance and stuff, so if someone's pushing them, they can just stand there and not punch back unless they need to punch back.
Yeah.
So not just physical aspects, social aspects,
mental, respect, discipline, and just basic, self-confidence. Have a hit, have some, break
something
a laugh.
That's like valuable
something
in
different.
Everyone's life.
Yeah.
Something different.
Yeah.
It's just so different to what you would usually do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Alright, this is my last question for you. This is a past question.
Okay.
If you can give your younger self one piece of advice at the start of your entire martial arts journey, what would it be?
Piece of advice.
Yeah. So you you see your younger self. You're about to start this massive journey you're about to take. What is something you would want to tell him? So imagine just a scrawny kid.
Yeah. Well, I was pretty very skinny, short. Well, still short, but not that confident. But all right, like pretty advice, eh? I don't know. Try harder, but I'm pretty pretty satisfied with what I've done.
Not even so like start earlier, something like that.
No, because you can't really change. Can't really change that. You can't say, oh, you should have started a week earlier or a year earlier. It is what it is. Like, you can't change.
Yeah, usually I would say, like, no doubt to my younger self, because I doubted myself a lot in my previous time. But because I can't go back in time and do that, I'm going to have no doubt now and take initiative and not wait till tomorrow and be ready for doing it. I have to do it now and every second I do.
Alright.
Advice for my young self, don't really have any advice. Just, that's life, you don't really have that much choices. You do what you do, and that's what you end up with. Yeah.
Alright, well, thank you so much, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
I know you're usually the one interviewing, so I appreciate you.
No, it's good.
Taking
This is
stand.
better because it's really weird talking to my camera and no one's there. I'm like, the fuck do I say?
Well, I think
it's like I want to share my thoughts and opinions, but it's so awkward just looking at the camera and just trying to bet.
Yeah, you can just look at me and then like everyone would just think you're looking at the camera but you're looking at me.
Well, I think I'm not only speaking for myself, but I think Jay, the viewers have now just gotten a really deep understanding of yourself. So thank you so much for taking this opportunity.
Thanks for cool.
Amazing, guys.
Cheers.